No. I mean, the damage is done. I'm already famous.
Yeah, of course. Probably this love story is between Wallis and Edward is the biggest one in the 20th century. But I think it's not love at first sight, and also it's not a big emotional passion.
Between Wallace and Edward?
Yes.
Oh, I disagree. I think they were extremely emotional and passionate for one another.
But
Madly, madly, madly. He fell madly in love with her.
and you can elaborate about that? Because she's not a very pretty woman.
Do you need to be beautiful to have someone fall madly in love with you?
No, of course not.
Well, there you go.
Okay, but
She obviously had other things, other qualities that he was extremely attracted to and that he valued.
what attracted you in this story?
What attracted me to the story was trying to understand why he made such a sacrifice, trying to understand the nature of their relationship. What did she have that he wanted so badly? What did she have that fulfilled her? Is there any such thing as perfect love? How does one find happiness? And ultimately, the answer is that there is no such thing as perfect love, and even things that appear to be incredibly romantic are fraught with problems and complexities, and that all love, whether you're the king or the queen, famous or not famous, requires compromise.
Why did you want to tell this story about Wallis and Edward, creating another contemporary story? Was it because of the subjective side of it, or something else?
Because I do believe that exactly that truth is subjective, and I never wanted to tell the story of Wallis Simpson and King Edward and say this is the this is the one and only, this is the absolute truth. That it is it is a result of my research and my investigations, and it's how the story resonated with me. So I needed to create the character of Wally to establish that subjective aspect to investigating something.
Can you talk about the process of the research? Do you talk to Al-Fayed?
Yes.
Read the letters?
I read the letters, I met with Al-Fayed, but more importantly, I met with members of, extended members of the family and people that knew the Duke and Duchess. I did an enormous amount of research, read a lot of books, watched a lot of documentary films. Yeah.
And
the last one.
Okay, I changed the question. Can you talk about the scene with the Sex Pistols song? Because I think it's a little bit out of tone. I love the scene, but it's very different from everything else in the film.
I don't agree with you. I think that, first of all, according to my research, a lot of the aristocracy was staying up all night because they were on Benzedrine, and because England was in a kind of depression, and in those days people made fire. They kept their houses warm, and they made fires with coal, so that the coal was in the air all the time. So there was a darkness. There was never, like, sunlight couldn't filter through the darkness, and the combination of that and the economic depression that they were going through, that it was really hard for people to enjoy themselves. So what they would do is put Benzedrine in their cocktails, and so the combination of showing that side of their world, and also I thought that Edward VIII was very punk rock and a rebel in his approach to the monarchy, and so for me it made all the sense in the world to have a Sex Pistols track playing while they went crazy and had fun.
Do you plan to return to Portugal with the next tour?
Do I plan to return to Portugal?
Yes.
Um, I think I am, actually. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Madonna.
You're welcome.
Stop.